Hello and welcome, and in this post we are going to speak on shifting of registered office. Registered office is one of the prime location for any company when it comes to incorporation of a company, and also to forward doing all the management of the company. So registered office is one of the prime location, a place that defines jurisdiction on the landmark of a country for a particular company. So now when it comes to shifting of a registered office, so shifting of a registered office, there are certain provisions based on the jurisdiction shift. Like suppose if you're shifting just within the local limits, you don't need to do a lot of work, like just a board meeting approval and a paperwork filing documentation with ROC, that is in form INC 22, just intimating the register of companies that you have shifted the registered office. But if you are shifting your registered office outside of the local limits, then you need to take approval of the members. So board meeting is required, general meeting is required, you need to do filing of MGT 14 because there was a special resolution passed for with the approval of members, and also you need to intimate the ROC in form INC 22. The third jurisdictional stage is when you are shifting the registered office from one ROC jurisdiction to another. Now this can become only in two situations, because there are two states in India that have two different ROCs in a particular state. So Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu are having more than one ROCs, while the rest of the states just have one ROC per state. So for this particular two states, if they are shifting the registered office from the jurisdiction of one ROC to another, they need to not only take the approval of its members, but also they need to take approval of the regional director. Now why regional director? Regional director because the Companies Act says key for such a situation you need approval of the central government. Central government has given the rights bestowed on the regional director for giving of such approval for shifting of registered office. So board meeting approval, general meeting approval is required. You'll file your MGT 14 and then you'll have to file INC 23, which is approval of regional director. So in this form there are certain more paperwork documentations that will be required. The fourth and the last stage is when you're shifting your registered office from one state to another completely. So this means there's a shift of a jurisdiction. So when there's a shift of a jurisdiction of state wise, again it is board meeting required, approval of members required, approval of regional directors required. But here the regional director will be more stringent in finding out the reason, purpose, why you're shifting, what are the causes, everything. So you need to do a lot of paperwork, like you need to file declarations regarding with the list of your creditors, the outstanding dues, the statutory liabilities pending to be paid of a particular state, because it's a state revenue that will be going out, right? And another state will be gaining. So those are different fundamentals that are required. After that, then comes your main form in which you need to file all these documentations. Yes, these all declarations of list of creditors, deposit holders, debenture holders have to be seconded by an affidavit given by the company secretary and a managing director. Key, all the information given there is true. So this all information goes in INC 23. You also need to write a letter to the chief secretary of the state intimating him about the shift of this change of the registered office. So once this shift is done, filed your MGT 14, you have filed your INC 23 with the regional director, you get a copy of the RD, you need to submit that copy in INC 28, which is an intimation for any order passed, and then finally you need to submit INC 22. Once all this is done, the ROC will give you a fresh certificate of incorporation. Thank you.